Alright, at 12 o'clock we have our teal Protoss Seiche? I don't know how to pronounce it. And then at, I suppose, 5 o'clock we have our purple Protoss Tim. Tim is from Team 6 and Seiche is from Team No2CareThat.
Look at this.
I've only heard good things about Tim. Tim is one of the most, like, everyone talks about. You know, I've personally seen Tim last season on ladder was like 1900 A rank when I was in the ladder channel with him or whatever and checked his profile. Like, he's a fucking
active.
beast.
He's been active since the SK days. Cause I remember.
I don't know that much about Seiche, but like, as far as I know, he's a pretty decent Protoss as well.
He was B rank last season. He was B rank last season. They promoted him, I think. Anyways, we have a. So Tim is a BSL Smurf, so I expect him to take this easily because he's, you know, a dirty BSL Smurf.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate those BSL Smurfs.
They're ruling that ladder. Look at this APM right here, 630. Come on.
It's unreal.
No way he's losing this. Still got 500.
Pretty standard gateway timings. Seiche is slightly slower.
Right. So one's going. So Seiche has a gas already. Tim's gas just comes up.
Also, for I don't know who is actually watching this or who would watch this in the future, but none of us play Protoss, so bear with our feeble Protoss PvP commentary.
Speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Tempest is an expert.
Of course.
Protoss.
There's totally no sarcasm in that tone, guys. I'm like a BSL Smurf Protoss player. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, mirror build so far, it was pretty much expected. One thing to note is that Seiche actually sent his scout a little later. He actually greeted a lot. Like, he didn't even send his scout out until after his gateway is completed.
Yeah, completely identical builds, and they both scouted each other first, so they'll be able to try and see what tech comes after the cybernetics core.
Oh, we have a mana pylon. It blocked one probe. Really great mana pylon right there.
Yeah, like, see, I just don't. I don't know. I can get behind the concept of mana pylons in the sense that it fucks with your opponent, and throwing your opponent off kilter and putting them on the back foot.
I mean, no, he did a great mana
valuable.
pylon.
It's valuable in a way that you can't quantify in game.
Right.
But with something like that, I don't really.
I mean, look at this. He's like stopping like 3 probes from mining for a while just to kill this.
Unless your opponent is just like a real fucking. Like, you know that your opponent is just going to.
If it blocks more probe, it would have been better. But I don't have any.
I just don't think it's worth it in most situations.
Come on, Shava, is that you again?
Oh, that's you, dude.
Is that me?
Yeah, I saw you.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Brick fish.
We're a bunch of dirty laggers. So we're still completely. No, Tim is a little ahead in supply. I don't know what stage. Oh yeah, the mana pylon probably lowered his mineral count, and he made it.
Seiche is going for a robo.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is with the mana pylons and stuff. Like, I think that it's a cutesy thing that beginners should not even worry about.
They're not beginners; they're tier 1 players.
Okay.
Engagement at the natural of Seiche.
Oh, that was so good by Tim. That was so good.
He just walked up, killed that Dragoon, and backed the hell off. And
yeah,
he only lost
paying
shield.
Attention.
He lost mostly shield, so he's got a good pick off right there.
I just don't think there's any reason for newer players to worry about, like, psychological stuff until they get way more experienced. You know?
Yeah, I know what
Because that stuff doesn't even pay. Like, I'm not trying to denigrate tier 2 players, but if you have no idea what your opponent is going to do and you have no idea how your opponent is going to react to something, why would you make a psychological play? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, newer players will get rattled really easily if you do something like
Yeah,
that.
they'll get rattled, but you have no idea how they're going to react.
He's donating a Zealot. I'm not sure that was a mistake, but he's gonna win this. Anyway.
Yeah, really missed micro by Seiche. His Dragoons were like trying to follow one of Tim's Dragoons.
Most of all, what I'm seeing here from Tim is like a very determined and decisive play, just in general. Like, he knows what he's fucking doing. He has the 3 gates pumping.
He never
when he's engaging,
pumping.
He knows exactly what he wants to do. He's targeting the units correctly. Like, he's just not skipping a beat. Right. Seiche is on his back foot.
Well, I think the Robo and the Mana Pylon actually put him behind, because
he was definitely put it behind, but that was not what lost him the game.
Yeah.
What lost him the game was not.
He got Dragoon picked
every
off.
single time Tim engaged him, he was distracted. He wasn't engaged.
Right.
With his own units.
He's got his units picked off.
He just lost a bunch of units. Tim was just very single-minded, very decisive with his engagements, and he just fucking ruined him.
Joe Daddy, no one's betting against you, so don't worry about that. Hey Tim, good job. All right, so I think here's what I think. He donated a Dragoon really early, by not paying attention, and that Robo is like 200 minerals, 200 gas. He definitely lost a bunch. He definitely cut units for it, and Tim punished him for it at the perfect time.
I think even if he didn't have those disadvantages, Tim would just run over him, just because Tim was much more confident and much more experienced with the build that he was trying to execute.
Tim was more alert along the like the front line. I don't know what Sage was distracted about. Probably trying to just focus on his build too hard. I'm not sure. Anyway, here's game 2. Update the score. Oops. Alright, so. Alright, Circuit Breaker. Basically, Fighting Spirit. I was hoping for roll-kill again.
Well, they're still significantly different, but yeah, CD is still...
No, it's pretty much the same
the most paramount of, like, standard maps.
Yeah, you always see these maps on ladder, so... You guys ready?
Sure.
Yep.
Alright, so starting at the bottom right, we have our yellow Protoss, BSL5 Tim. I don't know what BSL5 is, but it's a pretty huge clan from what I've seen.
You're such a dork.
Starting from our top right, it's our orange Protoss, Sage. Not from BSL5, so he's not cool enough for that clan. Alright, so...
So last game, I don't know anything about PvP, but like, if you go 3 gate without a Robo, does that get countered by something like a fast TT build?
No. Oh, I mean, yes. If you do 3 gates without a Robo, you do get countered fast TT, but nobody did fast DTs that game. I don't think 3 gate Robo is kind of crazy though. I don't know if Sage could actually support that up on base. Like, if you just make it observer, yeah, sure, but what you're not. That's kind of a waste, right? Like.
Wait, you're questioning whether 3-gate Robo is sustainable off one base?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
It's very sustainable.
It is. If you go in reverse
Yeah,
and stuff
3
too.
gates is more than sustainable off one base, yes.
No, 3-gate robo.
3-gate robo with observers?
Observer, yeah, but like, are you just gonna make observer off 3 on robo? You want to make like eventually a shadow and stuff like that, right? Like reaver.
I don't know that much about PvP, but I know that 3 gates is sustainable.
I've heard a 1-gate robo expand. I heard a 2-gate robo. 3-gate robo is kind of crazy, like kind of.
Let's just stop talking about the viability of PvP builds because none of us play PvP first of all.
Yeah.
Let's just try to react to the
So
game that we see.
Tim said that
None of us.
you just make ops on 3-gate robo. You don't go anything else. So he's basically made the robo
you don't
for
make
ops.
fucking Reaver, dude. 3-gate Dragoon Observer is a perfectly viable build.
Yeah, that's true.
I know it's fucking true.
Shut the fuck up.
So this game, Tim's going 2-gate opening instead. And Seiche is doing
Yes. CJ actually
1-gate
scouted it, so
Cyber
he's gonna
split.
be able to react in time. Comes the Zealots. I think Orange should be fine because he scouted it. He needs to make another gate immediately though. Oh, he's actually not. He's not even making a shield battery.
I think he's going to try and rely on his Dragoon micro for these Zealots.
He doesn't even have a Dragoon yet though. It's making. It's like halfway done, but might be a little too late.
Yeah, it looks like Tim just going straight for the probes.
He's going for. He Pion blocked the guy. Good choice, but I don't think that's his problem right now. He needs a shield battery.
Damn, I wish he microed his Zealot that was in Seiche's probe line better. He could have killed like 2 or 3 more, I think, probes. At least 1 or 2.
Oh, but Tim is actually trying to get the expansion down, so he should be able to.
Yeah.
So Seiche should be able to hold this.
It's just delayed.
Seiche is
Well,
now
I'm
remembering he
still-
has a Zealot in his mineral lines that he could use.
Yeah.
I'm still...
1 Dragoon versus 1 Zealot. Zealot definitely wins, I think.
See, this is what I'm talking about, though.
But
This
two
is
is a
tier
different
1.
story, right? 2 you can micro them.
This is a tier 1 game. Both these players are 1600 plus MMR.
Right.
But the thing is, Tim is putting Seiche on the back foot.
I mean,
Tim,
one's
the
1900.
way he's playing, the way he's using his units, it
Right.
takes Seiche more effort to deal with
This is a
than Tim
pretty-
is putting into microing his units.
right.
So it's harder for his opponent to react than it is for him to act. That
He's not
makes sense.
He walked his goons right past the Zealots, and now the Zealots are going to make its way into his base again.
Wasn't paying attention, that's a problem. I think he wants to really punish that before the cannon comes up. And he couldn't do it because these Zealots just buying time.
See, now he's just sending his zealots and he's just trying to kill probes. He doesn't care if he loses these units. He's making cannons at his natural. He has gateways. He has more gateways.
Yeah.
He's just
I'm gonna
making
s-
probes. He's macroing up. He's gonna
He
get
really
a tech
hurt the
advantage.
probe count of Seiche as well. He's only down to 11 probes right now.
And he has a nexus already almost done.
Well, the thing is that CJ can actually put his own expansion down. He will be fine. He can't do any damage to yellow, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Tim has already done so much damage, and his trades have been so cost efficient.
Right.
So Tim right now is ahead in econ and in gate count. The only thing he's behind in is in tech, which I think he's going to catch up soon.
Oh yeah. I mean, normally, if you don't deal a lot of damage, oh, what the heck is going on? If you don't deal a lot of damage with this build, you just go straight to cannon and expand, and then you go to DT to try to take back map control. But he doesn't even need to DT right now. He just has to expand, explode gateway.
Seiche's like fucking stressed out right now. That's why he's wasting all these fucking units against the cannons. He knows he's fucked. He doesn't even know what's going on, actually. He's just scared. That's why he's doing these aggressive plays. He has no idea what's going on. Tim has already won.
I thought it's funny that he's microing against cannon. Like, cannons don't need microing. Yeah, you just focus them down, right? You don't actually move back and forth against cannon, do you?
Well, it's because there's zealots there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's partly because of that, but I think he's also just...
I actually think Tim is overreacting.
He just doesn't know what to do. He just doesn't know what to do right now.
Yeah, Tim's adding a lot of cannons. He might think Seiche has more gateways than he actually does.
Tim is definitely dealing with some uncertainty right now too, but he's just in such a dominant position it doesn't even matter. Like that was a terrible engage by Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mismicro, I think.
Yep. Is that thought? Because Siege actually has Dragoon range, and Tim doesn't. He just has to turbo flip it and wait for his econ to kick in. So here's a gateway explosion off to base. He knows he can support more right now. He's behind in tech, but it doesn't matter.
He's not even behind in tech anymore. Well, I guess he still is, but it doesn't make any difference.
He's gonna have the +1 faster, but he's not gonna. But Siege is gonna have delay, but it doesn't matter because Siege only had 3 gateways versus 6, and we're seeing DTs, which is a desperation move.
So Seiche is either going... What? Can't be going DTs, can he? He can't break the cannons at the front.
I mean, but if he goes DT, he could take a third, right? He could take back map control.
It's probably more likely he's taking it for Storm or something. But it's already over.
This is where you gotta just run away. You can't even micro this. Yeah.
No, Tempest is also right. With DTs, you can take map control because there's no robotics facility out yet for Tim.
Seiche doesn't know that even, though. And he'll have it soon enough, regardless.
Yeah, if Seiche's not careful, he could get busted right here.
I think he is.
Oh, yeah.
It's good targeting by Tim.
Yeah, I think in this scenario, you want to pull probes now to help you fight.
No, I'm really impressed with Tim's engagements in general. This wasn't the best, but his engagements earlier were just really on point.
So there's a DT. So that's what the DT is for, right? You think he's dead? He needs the DT to survive. It's delaying the inevitable, but it's giving him a chance to survive for a little longer. It's just funny because normally the guy turtling off the cannon is the one making DTs in this matchup, but we see in here because Siege took so much damage early game, he had to resort to DT, even though he's the one without the cannon.
You can see Tim spraying out his Dragoons in his base and his natural. I think he's looking for a drop that might come.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely necessary.
And Shadow is being built right now.
Like mid-game, late game. 3 Dragoons in like the general lines that someone would be Reaver or
I like this play. I like this play some Siege though. Like he knows he needs to come back.
It's absolutely necessary.
He knows he needs to come back. The only way to do it is basically by dealing damage with like Storm Drop.
And
yeah, but
he's going for a High Templar drop.
But look at these Dragoons. Tempest has like the game. He's basically has his perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Even in the most standard of games, even if it was an even game, I think those Dragoons would be necessary.
Right.
But Tim is just, his game plan is on point. He knows what could go wrong, and he has his units in the proper places. He's just playing a really solid game.
Alright, so +1 Dragoons, it's gonna be just better. He has more stuff. He's got the observers now. So basically, like, a lot of Siege's supplies on, like, DTs and Shuttle. So if he doesn't do anything with these shuttles, it's gonna not pay off at all.
Yeah, there's like 12 Dragoons heading to his natural, and he's only got like 4 Zealots, 3 Dragoons, and maybe 2 good Storms if he can get it off.
I don't know if he can hold us. Even with the Storm, that's a good Storm. Yeah, that's not a good Storm, so he's not. I don't know if he can hold us. Is he gonna do that Storm drop though? Oh, the DT's doing work. Where's the Observer? Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's over.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about
He
PvP,
did
but
pull
is
off the
Storm
Storm
good
drop.
against?